Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my beloved brothers and sisters in faith. Welcome back to our channel where we celebrate the extraordinary achievements of Muslim leaders who expanded the boundaries of human exploration and forever changed the course of maritime history. Today I'm thrilled to share with you a story so incredible, so awe-inspiring, that it will completely transform how you understand the magnificent naval expeditions of Islamic civilization and the unprecedented global reach our Muslim admirals achieved centuries before European exploration. Before we dive into this remarkable journey, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, because what you're about to discover will fill you with immense pride in our Islamic heritage and inspire you to embrace the same spirit of courage and discovery that defined our greatest explorers. Have you ever wondered who commanded the largest naval fleet in human history, who established trade networks spanning 3 continents, who brought Islamic values and Chinese culture to distant shores while demonstrating the peaceful power of diplomatic exploration? What kind of extraordinary leader could unite diverse crews from different backgrounds, navigate uncharted waters with revolutionary precision, and establish lasting relationships with kings and sultans across the known world while remaining steadfast in his Islamic faith and commitment to justice? Today, I want to tell you about a man whose expeditions dwarfed anything attempted before or since. A legendary admiral whose naval achievements represent one of the most spectacular demonstrations of Islamic leadership and organizational brilliance in maritime history. A Muslim explorer whose peaceful missions changed the world forever. This man is Zheng He, born Mahe, and his 7 legendary voyages across the Indian Ocean represent the pinnacle of medieval naval exploration, a testament to the incredible capabilities of Muslim leadership and the transformative power of combining Islamic values with visionary exploration. Picture this scene with me. It's the early 15th century, and in the bustling ports of Nanjing, the greatest naval fleet ever assembled prepares for departure under the command of a Muslim admiral whose strategic brilliance and unwavering faith will guide them across vast oceans to lands that European explorers won't reach for decades to come. Born into a Muslim family in Yunnan province, this young man experiences early tragedy when his father dies during his childhood, but his Islamic upbringing instills in him the values of perseverance, justice, and service that will define his extraordinary career. His exceptional abilities catch the attention of the imperial court, where his intelligence, integrity, and natural leadership qualities distinguish him among thousands of candidates, leading to his selection for increasingly important responsibilities that test both his administrative skills and his commitment to his faith. What makes his story even more remarkable is how he maintains his Islamic identity while serving in a position of tremendous authority, demonstrating that religious devotion and professional excellence are not conflicting forces but complementary aspects of a life dedicated to serving Allah through serving others. His appointment as Admiral of the Treasure Fleets represents not just personal achievement, but a recognition of the leadership qualities that Islamic education and values had cultivated in him. Qualities that would prove essential for the unprecedented challenges of commanding expeditions involving hundreds of ships and tens of thousands of crew members. The scale of his expeditions defies imagination even by modern standards, with fleets comprising over 300 vessels, including massive treasure ships that were engineering marvels of their time, demonstrating the sophisticated shipbuilding techniques and navigational knowledge that flourished under Islamic influence in maritime regions. His flagship treasure ships, some measuring over 400 feet in length, were floating cities equipped with everything necessary for extended ocean voyages, featuring multiple decks, living quarters for thousands of sailors, storage areas for diplomatic gifts and trade goods, and even gardens that provided fresh food during long journeys. The diversity of his crews reflects the inclusive nature of his leadership, bringing together Chinese sailors, Muslim navigators, interpreters fluent in dozens of languages, merchants familiar with international trade practices, soldiers trained in diplomatic protocol, and craftsmen capable of maintaining and repairing the sophisticated equipment that made these expeditions possible. His first voyage in 1405 establishes the pattern that will define all his expeditions, a perfect balance of diplomatic outreach, commercial exchange, and peaceful demonstration of strength that opens new possibilities for international cooperation and cultural exchange. The route he establishes, stretching from China through Southeast Asia to India, the Persian Gulf, Arabia, and the eastern coast of Africa, creates a network of relationships that benefits all participating regions through increased trade, cultural exchange, and diplomatic cooperation. His approach to dealing with foreign rulers demonstrates the Islamic principles of respect, justice, and mutual benefit, establishing relationships based on equality and shared advantage, rather than conquest and exploitation, showing how Islamic values can guide international relations in ways that benefit all parties. The diplomatic gifts he distributes, including precious silks, porcelain, and other luxury items, are not mere trade goods, but symbols of friendship and respect that create lasting bonds between distant civilizations and demonstrate the generosity and sophistication of the civilization he represents. His meticulous record-keeping and mapping of sea routes, coastal features, and navigational landmarks creates a body of geographical knowledge that benefits sailors and merchants for centuries, contributing to the development of more accurate navigation and safer sea travel throughout the Indian Ocean region. The technological innovations employed in his expeditions, including advanced compass systems, detailed star charts, and sophisticated anchoring techniques, represent the cutting edge of maritime technology and demonstrate how Islamic societies contributed to advances in navigation and shipbuilding. His ability to manage the complex logistics of feeding, housing, and coordinating the activities of enormous expeditions requires not only exceptional organizational skills but also the kind of integrity and fairness that inspires loyalty and cooperation from diverse groups of people working together toward common goals. The commercial benefits of his expeditions extend far beyond simple trade, creating economic opportunities for merchants, craftsmen, and sailors throughout the regions he visits while establishing the foundation for sustained economic growth and cultural exchange that continues long after his expeditions end. His encounters with Muslim communities in the ports he visits demonstrate the global reach of Islamic civilization and the bonds of faith that connect believers across vast distances, showing how shared religious values can facilitate understanding and cooperation between people of different cultural backgrounds. The respect he shows for local customs and religious practices, whether in Hindu kingdoms, Buddhist societies, or Islamic sultanates, reflects the Islamic principle of tolerance and the understanding that diversity of cultures and beliefs is part of Allah's plan for humanity. His peaceful resolution of conflicts that arise during his expeditions, using diplomacy and negotiation rather than force whenever possible, demonstrates how Islamic values of justice and mercy can guide international relations even in challenging circumstances. The scientific observations made during his voyages, including detailed records of weather patterns, ocean currents, and celestial navigation techniques, contributed to the advancement of geographical and astronomical knowledge in ways that benefit future generations of explorers and scholars. His commitment to bringing back not only trade goods and diplomatic agreements, but also knowledge about foreign lands, cultures, and peoples reflects the Islamic emphasis on seeking knowledge wherever it may be found, and sharing that knowledge for the benefit of all humanity. The infrastructure he helps establish in ports throughout the Indian Ocean, including diplomatic missions, trading posts, and navigational aids, creates lasting benefits for international commerce and cultural exchange that continue to influence regional development centuries later. But perhaps most remarkably, his expeditions demonstrate how Islamic principles of leadership, justice, and international cooperation can guide large-scale endeavors in ways that benefit all participants, creating a model of exploration that prioritizes mutual respect and shared prosperity over conquest and exploitation. The end of his expeditions marks the conclusion of one of history's most remarkable demonstrations of peaceful exploration and international diplomacy, leaving behind a legacy of cultural exchange, commercial development, and diplomatic relationships that transforms the entire Indian Ocean region. European explorers who follow the routes he established decades later often remark on the sophisticated port facilities, established trade networks, and diplomatic relationships they encounter, many of which can be traced directly to the foundation he laid during his 7 legendary voyages. His influence on the development of international maritime law, diplomatic protocol, and commercial practices continues to be felt centuries after his death, with many of the principles he established for peaceful exploration and equitable trade becoming standard practices in international relations. The maps and navigational guides created during his expeditions become invaluable resources for future explorers, merchants, and diplomats, contributing to safer and more efficient sea travel throughout one of the world's most important maritime regions. Dear brothers and sisters, the story of Zheng He reminds us that Islamic leadership and values can guide even the most ambitious human endeavors, that our faith provides not only personal guidance but also principles for organizing large-scale projects that benefit entire civilizations. In our modern world, where exploration and international cooperation face new challenges, where the contributions of Muslim leaders to global progress are often overlooked or forgotten, Zheng He's example shows us how Islamic principles of justice, tolerance, and service can create positive change on a global scale. His legacy challenges us to think beyond narrow boundaries, to see ourselves as part of a global community where our actions can have positive impacts far beyond our immediate surroundings, to embrace the responsibility that comes with capability and use our abilities in service of Allah and all humanity. The courage with which he faced the unknown dangers of ocean exploration, the wisdom with which he managed complex diplomatic relationships, the integrity with which he balanced competing interests and maintained peaceful relationships across cultural boundaries. These qualities represent the highest ideals of Islamic leadership and remind us of what we can achieve when we combine faith with vision, devotion with action, service to Allah with service to His creation. His emphasis on peaceful exploration and mutual benefit reminds us that true strength lies not in domination, but in the ability to create relationships that benefit all parties, that Islamic values provide a foundation for international cooperation that respects diversity while promoting justice and prosperity for all people. The organizational excellence he demonstrated in coordinating massive expeditions involving thousands of people from different backgrounds reminds us that Islamic principles of fairness, competence, and accountability provide a solid foundation for leadership in any context, whether we're managing small projects or large organizations. If this incredible story has filled you with pride in our Islamic heritage, if it has inspired you to embrace a broader vision of what we can accomplish when we apply Islamic values to ambitious goals, if it has reminded you that our faith calls us to think globally and act with courage and wisdom, please share it with others who need to hear this message of Islamic achievement and visionary leadership. Subscribe to our channel and join us as we continue exploring the remarkable stories of Muslim leaders whose achievements changed the world, whose examples remind us that our faith provides not only personal guidance but also principles for creating positive change on any scale, from our local communities to the global stage. May Allah grant us all the vision and courage of Zheng He. May He inspire us to see beyond our immediate circumstances and embrace the opportunities He places before us to serve Him through serving others. May He help us to approach challenges with the same combination of careful planning and trust in His guidance that characterized our greatest leaders. And may He enable us to contribute to the advancement of human cooperation and understanding in ways that honor our faith and benefit all of His creation. Barakallahu feekum, and I'll see you soon, insha'Allah, for more inspiring stories from our magnificent Islamic heritage that will expand your understanding of how Islamic values have guided extraordinary achievements throughout history.